Welcome back. This is Jack. I've got my coffee. Let's get on some green hell. All right, we're picking up right where I left off. Now, you're wondering what the next little thing is. It's this. I'm going to pick up some mud. Not because I actually need it just yet, but because I needed to trigger that I know how to craft something. All right. Mud bricks is pretty much the next part of crafting. Now, that sounds like a weird thing. Like, why would you want to use mud bricks? Well, it actually should be simple, rather obvious. It's more sturdy, which is not a big deal, because there's really no, like, things going to war trying to blow up your stuff. But it allows for some functionality that I really want to take advantage of. Not to mention, it's what you need to do before you get to start working with iron. I did mention that you might be able to find iron in that cave where I got bit by the spider. And that's where you would use a pickaxe, which I do have. That's a stick, rope, and a stone knife. There. Now I just gotta go get a total of 8 logs. I'm going to cut from here so you guys don't have to watch me go gather logs. You've seen me gather logs before. So, yeah. I'm just going to check for leeches right now. Okay, so we are back. I'm just coming back from dropping off some supplies. Now, that's the mud mixer. Well, first... No, I don't need to wash myself yet. Which, doing this mud stuff will make you dirty beyond belief. So, obviously, you're playing with mud. Now, there are 2 ways. I just got to take mud from any water source, drop it in there. And you need campfire ash. That's why I was okay with those fires going out all those times. Now, you need to apply water. If it's raining, not a big deal. If it's raining, not a big deal. It'll just do it on its own. If you don't, just take your bidon, fill it up, and you're going to have to take several trips, unless you have multiple bidons, which you can have. In fact, I usually recommend 2, especially if you have a way to put clean water into the bidon. There is a way. You need there's a pot you can find. It's at what's being described as like a drug lab. And that's all you need to do. Now you just do the mud mixing. And this is going to create mud bricks. It's going to create several of them. Now I'm going to have to do this a second time for what I'm trying to make. Right now, I wouldn't worry about that too much. I'm going to take a hot second and just make myself some soup, because my character does need to drink. Drink and eat. Do I have any more water in there? No, let's go ahead and get a little bit more water. Now, I probably need to kill a fish or 2, just because I think I'm running low on meat. So let's go ahead and just do a quick bit of fishing. Now, as you can see from doing that mud, I'm already pretty dirty. I already have like tier 1 of it. And there we go. Oh, no space in backpack. You know, I can just harvest it directly. Not what I wanted. Come on. Harvest. There we go. Now, the fishbone do serve a purpose. They make several things. But very specifically, they make... You can make fishing hooks. Those are the words I was looking for. It's still being purified, so I gotta wait. Those nuts are probably the best thing when it comes to getting you the fatty acid or fats, if that's what you're missing. And this, I'm gonna get some hydration, a lot of energy, and proteins from that fish soup. Now let's go ahead and make that purified water since I've got it. There we go. All right. And these are going to just continuously give me some fresh water that I can just walk over and drink every so often. Let's see here. All I need is carbohydrates. That's the only thing I'm hurting on. And there's actually some right next to me I can... Or not even hurting on. I just could use a little bit of. Now I'm just checking because it's saying I need to inspect myself, which means I probably have leeches. There we go. That was the 2 of them. And I do have I'm a little dirty, so, but that's also okay. Now, I want to see if it's going to let me do this. Because of the nature of my mess up earlier, I may not be able to. At least not the way I want to do it. I have to build a wall. Okay, it looks like it's letting me. The wall is literally just a lot of long sticks. And normally that task would be a little tedious, but I've been collecting them while I was getting the logs for that. So I can just grab as many as I can carry, which is 5 apparently. And I need 9 total, so I'm going to need 4 more, and I think there was 2 more on that rack. Now you're probably wondering, where does the mud come in? Well, you have to build that wall first before you can do the next step I'm after. So I'm just going to grab from the stockpile I've created. I have 3 left. Cool. So I just need 1 more from somewhere, and I'll be able to finish that wall. Now, it was a lot quicker than I've ever done that because I never have had a stockpile before, but I'm being a lot more disciplined about not wasting, and we don't have 2 people doing so many different projects that we're fighting over supplies, which does happen when you're playing with a colleague, unless you guys are on the same page. Now, this tool's about to break. I'm going to go ahead and break it.
Shit. Seriously?
There we go. And there's another long stick right there, which I'll go put in the correct spot. Alright. So I've created the wall. And under normal circumstances, that's whatever. It just obstructs things from walking into your little house thing. It's whatever. It's not something you need to worry about. The only time you need to worry about putting a wall on your structure is if you're trying to make a second floor, because you can make second floors in this game, especially if you're using mud. Just picking up some sticks because I actually didn't. I burnt. They're all stockpiled over there. But anyway, is when you start doing this. You make this structure. Now, what this literally builds into the side of the building a fire that has 4 slots for you to cook it instead of 2 like I've been using. So doubles it. Now you can also. Now I'm going to need 1 more mud brick, which I just ran out, so I'm going to have to do that process of making mud bricks here in a second. Oh no, I don't have campfire ash. Well, if you don't have campfire ash, you can take the charcoal and it turns into campfire ash. Charcoal is used for several things other than that. However, it's more important that you probably get the mud bricks going, because you can't do those later things without mud bricks. So, not something to stress about. Plus, there's an easy way to get charcoal that involves mud bricks. A total of 4, incidentally. You can make what's called a mud furnace, where it takes 3 to build it initially, and that's permanent. Then you put a bunch of sticks in it. I think both you can put both small and regular sized sticks. I gotta wash up before I start getting infected at some point. And then it'll burn. It takes a while to burn, but once it finishes, you have a bunch of charcoal, about 15 with some fire. So you're able to turn around and make more mud bricks. Now, there is a 4th mud brick you have to put over to make a door to it. And that breaks during this process. And that's okay. The reason why you might need all this charcoal is, 1, it's the easiest way to keep the fire going. But 2, it's used for smelting iron. And there we go. Now I have that little spot. Now, I'm hoping it doesn't give me issue with the way it's clipping. I don't think it will, but let's hope it doesn't. Now, let's go ahead and just build a little campfire in there. Let's see if it complains. It is complaining, so that's a problem. I will be unable to use that. I went through all that and won't be able to. But that's what you would do. You would put it right there. So right now, this is relatively useless to me. I'm going to have to come back and make another one. Well, hang on. It's actually giving me the option to deconstruct. Is it finished? Hang on. bricks. Okay. Well, I wish I hadn't. Oh, okay. Just drop. Now let's just put it down then. Alright, we're going to deconstruct that wall since it's not working. And I get all my mud bricks back. So that's okay. That's okay. So let's see, can I can't deconstruct that wall. So let's go ahead and put it right here then. I'll have to make another wall. And that's okay. It just sucks because I wasted all those, I got my mud bricks back at least, but I lost all the long sticks. Once again, I'm not going to make you guys watch me go get all those long sticks. Let me go ahead and grab this banana. One of these bananas real fast. Because I need those carbohydrates. And bananas are one of the best for carbohydrates. We are going to get into the horticulture side of this, aka the farming side of this, probably in an upcoming video. Which will probably be the next one, actually. Oh yeah, my thing broke. Now, in case any of you are wondering, you don't need to do this at every campsite you make. You can if you want to. You really don't have to, though. Personally, I like having one campsite where this is built up per region, because there's like seemingly multiple regions that you can function in. And having multiple places where you could just drop in and do, you have farming going, you have a place to cook, all that stuff just ready to go, depending on what you want to do. Like, because I'm supposed to be doing the story mission, and right now I'm not. I'm kind of just dilly-dallying. Now I'm going to be a little wasteful and not pick up all the sticks I'm creating because I don't have a place to put them anymore. I'll have to make a second storage spot because of how many sticks I have stowed already. Now, I'm going to cut from here so you guys don't have to watch me build this wall. Okay, so this is probably why the other one didn't work, because it technically wasn't finished. There's that final spot that was clipped into the ground, and now it's finished. Now all I literally need to do is create a small fire that clips right into the inside. I need to find some regular sized sticks, and then I can get a fire going. And then I can move those bowls into the proper spot. Now, I did create a lot of sticks from cutting down all those trees, and I didn't bother to go getting them. I did find out there was a little bit of space left in my storage container, so I went ahead and dropped off my current stockpile in there, just because I knew I had all these up here. I'm full on rope. And there we go. Now I can take these bowls that I'd been using for soup, the campfire ash and all the charcoal. I'll worry about that in a second. And just drop them off right there. Yeah, that's from one of the fires I missed earlier. Thought I had collected it all, but I didn't. Space for that one, so I'll just go ahead and just bring that over here. And now I'll have 4 separate bowls, being able to cook 4 separate meals, or just boiling water, which is basically one full bidon. Once again, that just height of efficiency is what we're going for here. Now, hopefully my character's not too tired to create a campfire.
Come on.
Go. And just like that, we now have a new campfire going. This is the most, some of this, you don't have to do everything I've done. These are just things to make quality of life a little bit easier to survive. But none of it is required. You can literally just do the bare bones. You don't have to do what I'm going to do next, which is show you guys the, I'm going to phrase it as the horticulture side, which is just the farming. You don't have to do any of that. Am I going to do it? Yes. Because doing that, being able to just have a base that you can come back to every single time Let's see if I just put that down there for a second, if I can put that egg there. Yep, I can. Cool. So I can cook an egg. Let's see if it's that. Those are going to give me issues. No? Okay. Because I didn't want to eat the egg raw. I didn't know what was going to happen. Cool. Proteins and fats. Awesome. Now, I don't know what the benefit to cooking is. Not really. Like, because there's a skill cooking. Alright, I'm going to put that there, put that there. Alright, I'm going to put you actually in my inventory since you're being mean. There we go. A +1 to parasites. That's not good. So I will need to find... Can I? No, okay. So I will need to find some bones to get rid of that. Or... Because that does deplete your hunger pretty fast. But so far, the camp's going good. And the next thing will be growing thing, or agriculture, whatever you want to say, because that's just sustainable food on its own, and it's a lot of carbohydrates. Your bananas. Now, mind you, you're not going to see everything grow. It takes a long time, but I'm going to teach you some of the things I've learned. So that's the end of this one. Sorry, it's a long. Thank you for watching. This has been Jack with the Geek's Perspective. Please like, subscribe, and follow so you'll be notified when future videos come out. And in regards to the coronavirus outbreak, wear a damn mask.